Hello, welcome to another edition of the Cryptic Mystic. Today I'm going to be doing a Cryptic Crossword walkthrough, very beginner friendly, and the crossword I'm going to be doing today is by a setter called Henri in mycrossword.co.uk. Anyone who watched this channel last week will know I did an Henri, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, an Henri puzzle which was unbelievably good. So I'm going to do his latest puzzle today, which is number 2261 that you'll find on mycrossword.co.uk. This is a reminder of mycrossword.co.uk, a fantastic website, free to join, free to make your own puzzles, and you can also do lots of other people's puzzles as well. Now I'm intrigued about this puzzle today because there's a special instruction with it, and it's got me really excited actually to look at it. This is the special instruction. It basically says 6 of the across clues contain an extra word to be removed before solving. Read them in clue order for a secret message. Wow. They put in a layer on top of the cryptic. I love it. I love it. It's got me really excited to do this, so I'm really looking forward to it. Shall we get on with it? Yes, we shall. Let's go for it. Here we go. 1 across then. What's happening? 1 across is basically saying, last question in Italian is French. It's to see how smart you are. 2-4. You have to remember as well that, from our special instruction, do you remember? Some of the across clues have an extra word, so they have a superfluous word in there. We're going to have to work out what that word is. 2-4 is interesting because you see where it says to see how smart you are. I'm thinking that feels like that's the definition to me here. I'm thinking IQ test is what you would do to see how smart you are. So looking at trying to justify that now with wordplay, and got is French. When you see a nationality referred to in a puzzle, it usually means use the language of that nationality for the word next to it, which is. So French for is A, isn't it? EST. So that makes me feel like IQ test is right. I'm going to write it down because this definitely ends in EST. Look. So then, how do we get the rest of it? Well, Italian can be IT. See here, and question could be a Q. So question in Italian is French. Is more likely to be. So maybe last is one of those superfluous words. So we're gonna have to remember that. Last. Let me get hang on. I think I should get a notebook or something. Let me use this. Got a nice blank page here. And look for a pen. This is very 1990s, isn't it? So I've got a pen. Here's my notebook and a pen. So I'm going to write last because that's definitely a superfluous word here. Lovely clue to start with, though, isn't it? So Italian abbreviated to IT. Question can be abbreviated to a Q. And there next to is in French, giving us IQ test. Nice. Okay, let's go to 4 across then. Working in the garden one night naked, weirdly. I always look for wordplay indicators. You know the definitions at the other end from the wordplay. So look for the wordplay indicators, then you can have an idea maybe where the definition might be. So what's happening? What does this mean? Well, naked can be wordplay because it's basically saying, no, a naked word is removing the outer letters of a word. So it could be referring to weirdly, which would leave us EIRDL, which is 5 letters. Or it could be referring to night and have an IGH. So weirdly could be an anagram indicator. Actually, looking at this now, weirdly might be an anagram indicator. We're looking for 6 letters. So let's go with the night being naked and thinking it's IGH. That's 3 letters. And 1 is also 3 letters. So I think maybe we're making an anagram of 1 and IGH, and it means working in the garden. Or maybe it just means in the garden. I don't know yet, because working could be another one of these. Or garden even could be one of these dodgy clues, dodgy words. Let's think of an anagram. Well, if it's working, it's going to end in ing, isn't it? the word is going to be the same tense. So let's go ing. What does that leave us with? H-E-O. Hoeing. Yeah, that's doing some work in the garden, isn't it? Hoeing the weeds. Nice. Okay, so I don't think there's any superfluous words in that one. But we got hoeing there. That's lovely. Right, let's try 8 across. Privately, old Peruvian, beginning to mellow with age. Again, let's look for the wordplay. Beginning to mellow, to me, is saying that's the initial letter of the word mellow, literally the beginning of the word mellow, an M. Private, 2-6. It could mean privately. I've got a phrase in my mind. I think it could be, you know, when you have a court that's held privately, it could be said to be in camera. I think this might be what it is, because then a Peruvian would be an Incan. Inca would be an old Peruvian, right? Or Incan. Let's say Inca. That would give me my in camera part, at least the start of it. And then the beginning to mellow is M. And then age, yeah, age is era, isn't it? So in camera. Lovely. Okay, we used all the words there in that clue, didn't we? I love this twist. This is so nice. Let's keep going though. I'm enjoying this puzzle so far. Henri hasn't disappointed yet again. Right, squalid letter from gutless, spiteful university master. Crikey. Wow. Crikey indeed. What's happening there? I've got gutless. I'm looking at here. That's saying to me, we're removing, you know, the inner letters of a word. We're gutting it. You know, if you gut something, you take out its inners, don't you? So it could be inner letters of spiteful. It gives us S and L. University is nearly always abbreviated to a U. And from is usually a link word between the definition and the wordplay. Usually everything before the from is definition. So squalid letter is the definition here, which is a weird definition. I'm pretty sure it begins SLU. Probably M as well, because I think master can be abbreviated to an M, like an MA is a Master of Arts, isn't it? So this is some sort of slum, which would go with the squalid. Slum. Slummy, like my. Crikey could be my. So slummy. Is a squalid letter like a slum E? Is that like a homophone thing? I don't think so. I think maybe letter here is I think the definition here is squalid, isn't it? So letter is a word that doesn't belong in that clue. If you had squalid from gutless, spiteful, university master, crikey, then that makes complete sense. So I think letter is our second word here. So I'm going to write that down as well. So far we got last. So far we have, you can see that, last and letter. Wow. I'm looking forward to this secret message. Right. 10 across. Let's try there. Let's go. In France yesterday, sign of McDonald's, half of it, close to bankruptcy order. I'm thinking like McDonald's signs are arches, aren't they? So maybe half of a McDonald's sign would be an arch. Close to bankruptcy. When you see close in a sentence, in a cryptic, and it's usually done in a way that it means close to, as in nearby, you need to read it in a different way, because it actually usually means close. You know, the close to something is the end of it, isn't it? The close to bankruptcy would be a Y. See that? It's referring to that word, bankruptcy. So it probably ends in Archie, A-R-C-H-Y. Yeah, I have it. Because look, once again, a bit like we had the French one earlier, you know, it mentions France. Yesterday in France, the word for yesterday in France is hier, H-I-E-R. So we put that with Archie. We get hierarchy, which means order, doesn't it? So order is the definition here. So in France yesterday, sign of McDonald's close to bankruptcy order. I think, looking at this one, in is a superfluous word there. We haven't used in at all, have we? That works just as well by just saying France yesterday, doesn't it? So I think maybe in. Could be another one of these words. So last letter in. Okay. Last letter in what? We'll find out, hopefully. Let's go 11 across. Regularly took some fungus edibles. Well, when you see regularly, you can usually mean you're looking for alternate letters of a word, like alternate letters of took, maybe. Like T-O or OK. Some fungus edibles. But then some is also, like that is also a wordplay indicator. It can indicate hidden words. Oh, it is a hidden word. Look at that. I'm going to ring the bell. Look at that. Hopefully you heard the bell there. So I think the clue here, the definition, the answer is hidden in fungus edibles. The definition is actually regularly took, as in drugs. It's used. Look, you can see used sitting in there. If you regularly took something, you would have used heroin, for example. Cool. Nice. We're doing well here so far, aren't we? Like, nice, very nice clues. Lots of variation of wordplay. 12 across. Let's go. I'll do 2 more acrosses and then see if what we can make of the downs here. New from England, case of 2-bit journalist getting caught. Right, lots of wordplay things in here actually. I would say new can be abbreviated to an N. England can be abbreviated to an E. Case of 2 or 2-bit. Case of a word is referring to the outer letters of the word. So it's either a case of 2 or 2-bit. So I think it's either going to be 2 T's here or T and an O. And journalist is nearly always ed. So this word ends in ed, and getting here is a link word. So the definition here is caught. Even though caught could also be a wordplay indicator, could mean just to be abbreviated to a C actually. But I'm liking it's going to end in ed. This is past tense. So I think ed is here. The old journalist is there. Yeah, I have it now. So we got new, England, and then the case of 2-bit is TT. So the outer letters of 2-bit is TT. Lovely. What a cool clue that is. Don't think there's any superfluous words in that one. Let's go 13 across. Windows and DOS limiting right to reversing sleep state. Right. I see right is nearly always abbreviated to an R, and something's limiting right, that would mean it contains an R. DOS is containing an R. I wonder if and here is just a link. So maybe the definition here is Windows. That's a cool clue in it. Windows and DOS. You're thinking operating systems here, aren't you? What's the sleep state? Oh, if it's Windows, I'm just thinking if it begins with DO, if it's Windows, I'm thinking dormer. That's a type of window, isn't it? Yeah, it is dormer because I'll show you now. One sec. We have DOS here around the R of right, and then reversing is literally a reversal indicator. Sleep state is REM, isn't it? Rapid eye movement, a state of sleep. So the whole thing, DOS is limiting right and the reversal of sleep state. Lovely jubbly. Loving this. Any extra words in there? Windows, DOS, limiting, right, reversing. No, I think they're all needed actually. Cool. Well, I'm going to switch to the downs like I normally do, just because we've got lots of check-in letters. This should be reasonably straightforward here. Let's try one down. Popular to keep Newton's house open to the public. Okay, this is in, isn't it? So it's a public house is the definition here. House open to the public. Public house, a pub or an inn. Popular 9 times out of 10 a cryptic is coded as in. Now, if you're in, you're popular, you're hot. And it's keeping Newton. Newton is a unit of force, which can be abbreviated to an N. So we're putting the N inside of in and giving us an in. But a lovely surface there. 2 down, what's this? Boiler made from hardwood and Parisian tile after Henri's gone. What? Boiler made from? That feels definition-y to me. It must be a tea something. It's a tea something, isn't it? Tea kettle. Just guessing here from the definition. Tea kettle. Yeah, it is. Well, I can see hardwood as teak. That's a type of hardwood. And then ET, see, we have our French reference again. It's the third clue. Now we've had a reference to a French word. So and in French or in Paris would be E-T. And then tile after Henri's gone. This must be kettle, yeah. It has to be kettle. So tile, but we're taking out the I. And who's Henri? Henri's the setter. So he's basically saying, that's me. That's after I am gone. So we're taking the I out of the tile. If that makes sense, this is a deletion wordplay here. And we end up with tea kettle. Very nice. 3 down. Run away, errant daughter asked Dale. Does this mean run away then? Daughter's normally abbreviated to D. I think errant here could be an anagram indicator. So anagram of daughter and asked Dale. Well, there's a word you don't hear very often. You hear a lot in, was it in Scooby-Doo you used to hear this word a lot? Skedaddle. When's the last time you skedaddled? Such a cool word, isn't it? Skedaddle, to run away. Very good. Lovely. Right, 7 down. Rotten, ultimately bitter article, misrepresented DCI. Well, the misrepresented DCI to me is saying that's an anagram. We're mixing up DC and I. You can see CID here. So this word must mean rotten. It has to be rancid, doesn't it? So ultimately bitter is referring to the word bitter. So that's an R. And then article, when you see article in a cryptic, it's referring to the indefinite or the definite article. So it's going to be a, the, or an. In this case, it's an. We're putting them all together with our little anagram of DCI. And we get rancid, meaning rotten. Cool. Right, 4 down. Arctic tower like a shell. What's that? Just look at the check-in letters to see what word can go in there. Oh, look at that. That's so good. So, Arctic tower. It's not an Arctic tower. It's an Arctic tower. It's something that would tow you in the Arctic. This is a double definition, this clue. So we have an Arctic tower and then like a shell. If you're a bit like a shell, like, like a coconutty thing, imagine. Husky. A husky tows sleighs or sleds, doesn't it? That's a great clue. I love these words that are, spelt the same but sound different. I've forgotten the name of them now. Homographs. So written the same way, but spelt but pronounced totally differently and have a different meaning. Tower and tower. Lovely. Right, 5 down. African state capital's weapon held back by Brussels. Right. Something's held by Brussels, and Brussels maybe here is the EU. Look at that. See that? It's a weapon held back, which maybe means reversed. We need an African state capital. This is where I'm going to be guessing here. The only 3-letter weapon I can think of here is gun. So I'm assuming this is Enugu, which I don't know what. I've never heard of that before, so I'm not really sure if it's an African state capital or not. Let's assume it is. I have to look it up at the end. Although I say this a lot in videos, and then I completely forget to look it up at the end. Don't I? I have to. I'll tell you what. Now I've got a bit of paper. I'm going to write it down. So, look up Enugu. Right. Okay. Lovely. Let's go. 6 down. 6 down. Groups dash over to accept honor with touch of sorrow. Reading here to accept honor. That's what I'm looking at. Honors can be OBEs, MBEs, that sort of thing. And look, we got an M and an E there. I reckon there's a B here. So something's accepting. Dash over. This is a down clue. Over can mean reverse. The only word I can think of that goes on here is numbers, actually. I suppose groups could be numbers, couldn't it? A way of referring to, large number. A large number is a group. So large numbers would be groups. Let's just work at the wordplay. So here's the definition. Dash over. Dash was run. Look, there's run. And we've written it over. So it's reversed. It's accepting honor, MBE. And a touch of sorrow is a nice way of just saying we just want the initial letter of sorrow. Very, very nice. Loving this puzzle so far. Hope you are too. Please do let us know in the comments what you think. But I've only done one Henri puzzle on the channel before. I've done a couple before, just when I was seeing what they were like, and I think they're brilliant. So I like the extra layer on top as well. This is quite nice, isn't it? Let's go 10 across. Asked for cut and tint. Well, it's not, I can't say it's it must be hue. Hue is a tint, isn't it? So what's asked for cut? So this is like, and here's a link. This is a definition. Asked for, that could be a homophone indicator. If you ask for something, you say it out loud. So it's how it sounds. It's going to sound like a word for cut, which is hue. So if you hew a log or you hew something, it's spelled differently. It's spelled H-E-W, maybe. You hew a bit off something is to cut it, isn't it? Really cool. Right, we got the top half done. I'm well happy with that, actually. Delighted with that, to be honest. Let's see if we can keep going. Right. But before I do, let me just mention, I do a live stream every Sunday at 8 PM UK time. And in the live stream, we have a cryptic clue challenge. So during the week, we set a word of the week. And I ask you, the subscribers, to think of a clue, a cryptic crossword clue, like a legitimate, legal cryptic crossword clue, and email it to me. And then I basically showcase all the clues that I get sent in the week on the Sunday live stream. And then everyone votes for their favourite clue. And their favourite clue goes into a crossword we're actually making together on mycrossword.co.uk. This week's word of the week is eunuch. There's so much you could do with eunuch. I think it's a brilliant word to try and clue for. I've already had some clues sent into me and they're amazing. Made me laugh a lot, actually. So have a go. You get the email address at the end of the video or in the channel description. Have a think. Come up with a cryptic crossword clue for eunuch. The definition possibilities are endless with eunuch, I think. Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay, let's get back to the puzzle. So let's try 16 across. Most engrossed in flower blight. Whenever I see most something, I always think, right, we're talking superlatives here. This word is going to end in EST. We've got an E here, so I'm thinking yes. So the definition here is probably most engrossed in flower blight. I want to say deepest. It is deepest. There's another one of those words, but like tower. Flower. Now, another way of reading flower is a flower. And what's a flower? You could describe a river as a flower. And the River Dee is a river in the UK. Nice. And then blight is a pest, isn't it? Pest would be a way of describing blight. Lovely clue. Really nice. Okay, 18 across. Cutting edge in white chrome. Cutting edge in white chrome. 2-4. Actually, let me just go back to 816. I haven't done it across now. I just want to make sure there's nothing. Most engrossed in flower blight. Is there any superfluous words there? I think. Don't think so. I think we need them all, don't we? Right, 18 across. Cutting edge in white chrome. I'm going to ring that bell again. We've got another hidden one here. Very nice. What is the hidden word? So the definition is cutting edge, and it's in the word white chrome. Can you see it there? Look at that. High tech. High tech. Lovely. Whoops. Typing, nothing's happening. There we are. Another great clue. It's literally every clue's been great, hasn't it? 20 across. Every US city run by Brian. Every US city run by Brian. What is going on there? Run can be abbreviated to an R. Brian. I can only think of Brian Lara at the minute. I can't think of any other Brians. And what does every US city mean? I'm not really sure what's happening with this one. We'll have to come back to that one actually. Let's come back. Let's go 22 across. Quiet soul singer snowboarding. Well, quiet can be P or it can be SH for shush. Soul singer. Had one of these before. I think it was like used Bill Withers as the soul singer. So maybe it's a name. I think the definition here is going to be snowboarding. So it probably ends in ing. So I think a soul singer's ending in ing. Redding, Otis Redding. Shredding is the word here. Look at that. I don't think it's pretting. It's none of letters anyway, so it's shredding. That's a cool. So another way of describing snowboarding is shredding. Very cool. Right, 23 across. Let's keep going. Relish being bitter about Bible. Bible's nearly always OT or NT for Old Testament or New Testament, or books sometimes can be that as well actually. Bible can also just be a B, I think. But something's about Bible. I'm getting the feeling this is being used in a surrounding a container way. It could be, I mean, about has got so many uses. It can be a reversal indicator. It can be an anagram indicator. It can be just simply coded as CA for circa, as in approximately. Or it can also be RE, which is a Latin for about. But my feeling is that relish here is the definition. So we need something bitter or being bitter about Bible. No, I can't think of what that is either. We're hitting the buffers here a little bit, aren't we? Let's come back to that one as well. 24 across. Starts to wonder, emo, best musical genre, backing down, showing vulnerability. What a cool clue that is. thing that popped out as soon as I started reading it was this word here, starts. That's nearly always indicating initial letters. And because it's plural, we're talking more than one as well. So it's definitely going to be W-E, is it web something? So the definition here is vulnerability. I think showing maybe is a link word. 4 begins W. I think it begins W-E. At least, anyway. Could be a B as well. Best musical genre, backing. See, backing can be a reversal indicator. Don't know. Actually, I don't know what that is either. Vulnerability. Could be weak something. Weak spot. Weak spot, maybe? It is weak spot. Wow. How does that work? Look. Best musical genre. A musical genre is ska, a la Madness and all that offbeat stuff, yeah. And best could be top. So top ska is back. Backing. So down means nothing in this clue. Down's another one of those letters, or one of those words, isn't it? So let's go. So now we've got last letter in down. Obviously, there could be a word in here as well, in these ones as well, because I haven't been able to work them out yet, but that's a cool clue there. So starts, if you ever see starts, think initial letters. That's the thing to take away from this one, I think. Right, 26 across. Default clue is almost greener, oddly. Oddly is one of those indicators, usually means take the odd letters of a word, so it could end in G-E-N-E, this word. It means default or default clue. But then almost is also tells you to remove the last letter of a word. So let's say 6 letters. Oh yeah, because oddly could be, look at this now. Oh, let's rethink. Oddly could be an anagram indicator. And we're making an anagram of green without the R to mean default clue. Default. Renege is a word that's there, but that just means oh, so clue must be one of those words then. Yeah, because look, we made an anagram of green. We're taking that R because it's only almost green, and the thing means default. So clue is not one of the. Oh, clue is one of the words. So cool. So far I've got last letter in down clue. Wow. Okay, let's do 27 across. Persuade a condescending housing officer at church. Persuade a condescending housing officer at church. I'm just looking at these middle words to see if there's any potential, wordplay. I like working the ones ending in ing, like condescending. I don't know what that. Housing. Look at that. Again, I'm going to ring the bell. I love it. Housing's a hidden word indicator. Something's housing something, it's keeping it within it, isn't it? So persuade a condescending is actually the hidden word fodder. It's hidden in there, and it means an officer at church. Look at that. Deacon. Wonderful. This is so much fun. How can people not like Cryptic Crosswords? Amazing. Good. Okay, that's the acrosses done. Apart from the couple we couldn't get there. So I'm going to switch to the downs now, see if we can get some checking letters happening here, and then we can hopefully get on to the next part of the puzzle then. So let's try 16 down. Payment expectation audited. Assuming bit of embezzlement. Dodgy, not I. Wow. A lot going on in that clue. Let's look at it, what I've noticed. Not I, to me, is saying take an I out of some word. Dodgy could be anagram indicator, maybe. Anyway, it looks like payment expectation is or payment is the definition. Three, 4. Oh, it could be due something, couldn't it? Because, oh, hang on. Due date? Due date, maybe? Is a payment expectation, isn't it? If you look at audited, it pretty much has got DUEDAT. It doesn't have an extra E. Oh, that's a bit of embezzlement. Okay. So a bit of embezzlement is an E. We're putting that with audited, but we're taking out the I, and the dodgy is the anagram indicator, and it gives us due date. Wow. So good. 21 down. Let's go. I'm glad about that too. Now we've got some check-in letters for these two crosses. 21 down. Fresh air in region after end of Sirocco. Well, here, end of Sirocco is literally referring to the word Sirocco. It must be an O. So we need, this definition is fresh air in region. This must be ozone. Yeah. Just try and type it now. Cool clue that is. Such a good way with surfaces Henri has. This is brilliant. We've got nice check-in letters now as well. Okay, let's keep going with the downs. Safe carrying gallons causing sudden flow. I'm thinking gallons can be abbreviated to G, can't it? Safe carrying gallons. To me, this sounds like a container clue here. A word for safe containing a G, and causing is a link word, so it's the equal sign in this equation. Sudden flow. Surge. So we got sure, which is safe, containing a G, giving us a sudden flow, a surge. Nice. 17 down. At first, the question about King's son does perplex. At first, this question. Well, King is usually an R, isn't it? We have an R here. Something's about. Could that be a reversed or surrounding? King's son does perplex. Does feel like more definition-y at this end. Throws, maybe? If something perplexes you and someone confuses you, it can throw you, can't it? It looks like throws just from the check-in letters, so let's put it in and see if we can work out what is going on here. At first, that's a T. So the first letter of the is a T. Question about King's son. So question could be how, couldn't it? And that's about a king. And then we have son. S. Does perplex, throws. There you are. How good's that? 14 down, let's go. That's a cool clue. That's 17 down. 14 down. Take on more fluid. Hearty red, outlandish. This is a anagram indicator here. Outlandish. Take on more fluid, I think is the definition. Look at the check-in letters. This must be rehydrate. Yeah. Rehydrate. Lovely clue, that one. 15 down. Outside of former tutor, not a single individual initially joined clubs. Clubs is nearly always abbreviated to C. It's from suits of cards, card suits. Former, when I see former, just immediately think EX. I think that's probably here. So I think this means outside of. Extrinsic is the word, isn't it? So let's just break it down. So we got former, X, tutor, how does that work? I'm just saying, right. Single individual initially. So single individual is SI, isn't it? Oh, I got it now. Okay. So tutor is train, but it's not the A. We're taking the A out of train, and that gives us trin. Then we have single individual initially, that gives us the SI. And then we have that's joining the C of clubs, giving us extrinsic. Very nice clue, that. 19 down, okay. Business youngster, essentially a small fish in a big pond. When you see essentially in a crossword, it means the middle letter of a word. Look at what we got here. This has to be cog. Your business is co, isn't it? And then youngster essentially, so that's the middle letter of youngster. So 4 letters that way, 4 letters this way gives us a G. A small fish in a big pond is a cog. Cog in a wheel. Cool. Let's try the last down here. 25 down. Admit it hurts close to chin. There's that close to again. Remember what I said about that? What does it mean? The last letter, exactly. The last letter of chin, that's that N. So this word, the definition here is admit it, which is own, I think, because ow, oh, it hurts is ow. If you own something, you admit it, don't you? Brilliant. This is such a fun puzzle, I have to say. Right, let's go back to our friends 20 and 23 across here, see what they're going to say. So every US city run by Brian. I have it now. This run is R, and then Brian Eno. But he came up with a clue. He came up with another puzzle not that long ago, actually. It was about some producer, I think it was. Reno is the city. That means every's superfluous because this doesn't play any part in that clue at all. So US city run by Brian would be the clue. So every's our other word. Where does that go then? So it's before down and after in. So it's last letter in every down clue. Look, you see that? That's what I have as the secret message. Right. That's interesting. But let's finish first and then we'll have a look at the last letter in every down clue, will we? So 23 across. I'm so excited about this. Relish being bitter about Bible. Savor, I can see now. That means to relish something is to savor it, isn't it? So how does that work? I can see bitter, which is sour. About Bible, AV. I suppose you're talking about versions of the Bible there, aren't you? So AV could be authorized version. Like the King James authorized version. That must be what that means. But wow, we got to the end there. How about that? Let's just make sure we got it all right. I'm going to do a check. Can you see that now? Yeah, check grid. And confirm check grid to see if it's all done. Yes, we got there. Brilliant. Okay. Brilliant puzzle. That was such fun. And the best thing about it, it's not even over yet. We have to now work out what's going on. So it's saying last letter in every down clue. Remember the actual the instructions, yeah? So it basically said 6 of the cross clues contain an extra word that were removed before solving. Read them in clue order for secret message. So we've done that. Now we've got our last letter in every down clue. So I'm now going to go through. Let's look at the down clues and write the last letter down. Wow. Here we go. Let's start with one down. Do you think is it the last letter in every down clue? In every down clue, not every down answer. In every down clue. Let's have a look at the down clues. So I'm just seeing what's going on here. Is that right? Or is it you mean every down answer? What should we do? N-E-E-D. Well, that's definitely... Let's go with the grid. Let's go with the grid. So 1 down is an N, 2 down is an E, 3 down is an E, 4 down is a Y, 5 down is a U, 6 down is an S. This doesn't look like anything now. 7 down is a D. Now look, so far I get that. That's not saying anything to me. Maybe it is the down clues, and let's try the down clues, will we? So last letter in the down clues. So let's go. So 1 down is a C. 2 down is an E. 3 down is an L. 4 down is another L. 5 down is an S. 6 down is a W. 7 down is an I. 10 down is a T. 14 down is an H. Okay, this is making more sense. I've so far, I don't know if you're following along, but so far now I've got cells with. Oh my God. This is brilliant. Okay, where was I? 14 down? Cells, okay, so 15 down is an S. 16 down is an I. 17 down is an X. Cells with 6. 19 down is a... Oh, sorry. Just messed up the grid there, haven't I? Here we go. 19 down is a D. 21 down is an O. 22 down is a W. And 25 down is an N. So, cells with 6 down. See that? That's what that spells. The last letter of every down clue spells a sentence. Cells with 6 down. How amazing is this puzzle? Wow. Right. So cells with 6 down. What is 6 down? Numbers. So cells with numbers. Oh, I wonder, does that mean we look at here then? We look at each square in the puzzle that has a number in it? This is, oh my God. I feel like, you feel like somebody on, do you remember Challenge Annika? They used to have that cryptic, was it Challenge Annika? What was it called? Treasure Hunt? But there's so many twists and turns in this, isn't there? So let's go through each cell here that has a number in it. So number 1 is an I. Number 2 is a T. Cell number 3 is an S. So it's. Cell number 4 is an H. Number 5 is an E. Number 6 is an N. 7 is an R. See there? 8 is an I. Oh my God, it says it's Henri. 9 is an S. 10 is an H. 11 is a U. 12 is a N. 13 is a D. 14 is an R. 15 is an E. 16 is a D. 17 is a T. 18 is an H. Wow. So far I've got it's Henri's 100th. 19 is a C. 20 and 21 are R and O. 22 is an S. I think I know what this is going to say. 23 is another S. 24 is a W. 25 is an O. 26 is an R. And 27 is a D. Oh my God, look at that. Look what it says. It's Henri's 100th crossword. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, first of all, the down clues spelt a message that was got from words that were put into, for no reason, into the cross clues. That then give us that we had to go through each cell with a number to get the answer. It's Henri's 100th puzzle. Well, Henri, 100 puzzles. That is incredible. What you've just done there is amazing. I can't actually believe that. Can you? I've never come across anything like that before. I mean, that's how many layers of complexity were on that. Well, what did you think of that puzzle? I'm just blown away. I don't actually know what to say. I don't know what to say about it. It was so good. Over and above all the trickery at the end, that puzzle itself was brilliant, wasn't it? The surfaces were amazing. What fun. Incredible. It's going to be strange just doing a normal puzzle after that one. I feel like the whole world has opened up for me there. But that was so good. Please let me know. Like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think of this. Amazing. Henri, massive thumbs up. Thank you for letting me do your puzzles on the channel as well. It's fantastic. And wow, what a treat that was. What an absolute treat. Brilliant. Well, don't forget, word of the week, as I mentioned, is eunuch. Have a go if you think, hopefully Henri's inspired you into sort of things you can do with cryptics and the clue. So come up with a clue and send it to my email address there. You can see next to me, and we'll feature it in the live stream. But that's it for now. Well, what a fantastic puzzle. I'm blown away. I'll see you all soon. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.